All right, I'm back. Who do I have here? I have Pete the cat. He says, meow, meow, Braylon. Braylon, do you think he is bigger than your kitty cat? This is Pete the cat. And we're going to read a story about Pete the cat and his 4 groovy buttons. And his book was wrote by a man named Eric Litwin. And the art was by someone named James Dean. The art means he drew the pictures. And on me, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, just like Pete. And these look like the buttons I sent you in the mail. So let's see what happens with Pete the cat and his 4 groovy buttons. In case you didn't know it, Pete the cat is one of my favorite books to read because I think he is so funny. Here he is. Pete. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round buttons. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the number 4. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. Oh, the pages get stuck together. Do I get mad? No, I'm like Pete. 4, you ready? My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. How many does he have? 4. Oh, no. One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. Choop, there goes one of mine. There goes Pete. He has 1, 2, 3. And I have 1, 2, 3. 3, because 4 take away 1 leaves us 3. And here's the number 3. If you wrote the number 3, here it is. If I show you, and there's how you spell it. So he has 1, 2, 3 buttons. Oh, Pete. He said, groovy. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Oh, no. Pop. There goes another one. 1, 2. Another button popped off and it rolled away. How many buttons are left? We had 3 buttons and one of them popped away. So how many do you think we're going to have now? 2. Let's see if you're right. You're right. It's 2. If I spelled it out, it'd be like this. And if I wrote it, it'd look like this. Because 3 take away 1 is 2. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. Pete never gets upset. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. You think another one's going to pop off? Oh, no. He went to get an ice cream. Look what happened. Pop! Oh, no. Another button popped off. How many buttons are left? Oh, my goodness. How many's going to be left? I'm going to make one of mine pop off. 1. Here's how I write the 1 in words, and here's how I draw it or write it is the number. Because 2 take away 1 is 1. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. I got 1 too, just 1. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Oh, no, not again. Here it goes. It's gone. Look at my shirt. How many do I have? 0. The last button popped off and it rolled away. How many buttons are left? Look at Pete's shirt. Oh, Pete, how come you're losing all these buttons? Oh, Pete, you lose them all. Oh, no. Look at Pete. He lost his last button. You think he's sad? So, 0. If I spelled it out, it looks like this. And if I write it, it looks like that. Because 1 take away 1 is 0. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? All his buttons are gone. Do you think he has any buttons left? He does, look. His belly button. And he kept singing his song. I'm glad he doesn't get upset and cry or throw a fit. He just keeps going. He said, it's all good. My button. I still have my belly button. my button, my button. I still have my belly button. Oh, Pete, I'm so glad you're not mad. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Oh, goodness, no. We just keep on singing. Do, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. There they are. They're all gone. Because we started with 4 buttons, and one of them popped off, and that left us 3 buttons. He had 3, another one popped off, and we had 2 buttons. Another one popped off, we had 1 button. And that one popped off and we had 0 buttons. All right. So when I come back, we are going to do an activity with Pete and some buttons, the ones I sent you in the mail. All right. See you guys in a minute.